I think my computer is going to be okay. I did drop the FPS because I think my computer hates that specifically because I had it really high. I had it 60 frames per second, so I think that's too much for my computer to handle. So, should be okay now. It should be fine now, hopefully. Yeah, that seems good. Music is good volume. I'm just gonna hang out here for a sec, just to see if any more problems pop up. And honestly, I thought I'd be able to run a VTuber on this thing while streaming. I don't think so. I'll make the model. I don't know if it's gonna run on here. That might have to wait a while. Well, I can just do the comic thingy. Just waiting for Live Beat to come back. Figs. Come here. Silly phone. Nope, wrong contact. Where's the there? Goodness gracious, this day is turning out to be long. I already had 2 Pepsis. I don't need... Why is my hair doing that? Goodness. Figs. No. Do the... Okay. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. It's just rough. And I just need to draw. So I'm gonna go back to drawing. Yep, there's the thing. Oh, it is so much faster now. Okay, I think I need to stick with this. Okay. Art. Woohoo. And then I just need to make that a bit smaller. There we go. There we go. On we go. I have a sketch of what I'm going to do today in my notebook. But again, it's sketch, thumbnails, whatever the heck. Very simple. I've kind of done this intro a couple times traditionally. Finger. There we go. Words are gone. I've done this kind of a couple times, traditionally, but I'm doing it digitally now because I've been finally able to figure out how to make it look good digitally. So I just need to do this little thing. I'm just gonna be drawing a sketch. Oh, hello, welcome. I do apologize for the technical difficulties, Lavi. My FPS was too high, and so my computer was not having a good time. It's been fine until now, but yeah. So far, I'm just working on. Gosh, I just cannot keep a good line of thought. I'm just trying to do a sketch for what the comic, what I call preview, is gonna look like. Teaser, I guess. So you can get an intro to the world and the style that I'll be drawing. It's gonna be fun. I posted a picture of some thumbnails on TikTok, I think. Maybe Instagram too. I don't know. My brain is not working right now. So, just what I have. This is just really a sketch so that I can make sure things go in the right place. Because I've never actually really drawn a comic before, other than in like school assignments, but those don't really count, I feel. Maybe they do, I don't know. I kind of did start this as a school assignment, the first sketch, and the first panel took me like an hour to draw, and I was like, okay, this is too much effort for schoolwork. I needed to do something else, and so I simplified it when I was working on it for school. But now I get to go all out because it's fun. In this world, yep, you get to see my fun handwriting. Scribbly scribble. How's your day been? I heard you've been sick, so that's not fun. I hope otherwise it's been good. I hope so, at least. My day has been long. I got up at 7 a.m. because I needed to get my car windshield replaced. Okay, then, that's good. Yeah, I've been up since 7 a.m. I've already had 2 Pepsis. So I've had caffeine, but I feel like it's still not enough. Where's my sketch? There it is. Yeah, not exactly easy. I didn't go to bed till like 11 last night. I don't remember why I stayed up that late. Oh, right. I was finally I finally brushed out my Rimuru wig all the way. So now it's super fluffy, but also super frizzy. Yeah. Fun stuff. That's why I stayed up. Yeah, it's really fun, really fluffy, really frizzy. Probably gonna get tangled a million times more, but I don't care. It was kind of a fun experiment. Alright. I guess I'm doing color because my brain says color. Did not expect this song in this music. This music is a different music than I usually do because I felt like I should just switch it up, but it is still non-copyright, I think. It says non-copyright, so it should be just fine. Alright, blue. Give me a good blue. There we go. Good blue. Water. Yeah, honestly, I'm just chilling today. Not doing much. I was very productive yesterday. I got a haircut, and then I also dyed my hair, and I cleaned my room, and I did my laundry, and I finished brushing out the Rimuru wig, and I hung out with my sisters, so yesterday was very productive, and I don't know how it was that productive. I don't think I can ever replicate that again. Alright, more scribblies. Alright, I was gonna do these little frames on separate layers so that I can move them around if I need them. That's what I was gonna do. And wrong tool. Okay. Yep, I was thinking about this ahead of time because I was gonna work on this a couple weeks ago, and then I didn't. So I've been thinking about it for a while. That's also gonna go that one with that sidewalk, and I don't care if it's whatever it is, not straight. I feel like it looks good that way. It kind of gives almost like a fisheye lens effect, and I feel like that's cool because the comic is supposed to be in like the perspective of a camera specifically. So I feel like that kind of matches the vibe. Person here. Just a regular old person, not warped. And then there's another person over here. They don't look like a good person. Didn't draw a very good person. I hate having to draw things with the correct size sometimes. It looks good. I'm not good at it. Person over here. They're just walking over there. And then I'm just gonna put another person here. Also walking like on their way to work and all that fun jazz. I need to move this so I can put the words. And this is why I put it on different layers, so I can move stuff around. There are people just like yours. Just like yours. Lovely. Can I add text on here? Yes, I can. Cool. What does that look like? Oh. Oh. Whoa. Okay. This is a new thing. What does this thing do? Ah, that's the text. Okay. Can I search or no? Okay, where's the Comic Sans? Because this is... Oh, too far. Comic Sans. Okay. Too many things. Okay. Why'd you go back that far? Silly thing. Nope, that's not how you spell things. Okay, and I forgot the J. Lovely. There we go. Sweet, let's set that down and see how that works. And you can do the thing. Okay, I'm just gonna close that. Aha, it did work. Lovely. I didn't expect that to actually work. Can I make it bigger? I can. Ooh. Ooh. And then I can... Oh, that is... Nope, that's not the right thing. Ah, figs. 1, 2... And then back onto this layer. And I can erase this stuff. Ooh, I figured out the text thingy. I don't know why I never thought to try that out before, but... I mean, I did an entire lore document just in my own handwriting. I don't know why I didn't think of using this. Yeah. So those are on separate layers now. Okay, but we have monsters, and Murder is gonna be up there, and I need a new layer. Painting. Murder, which I always need to pull up the picture, because I, for some reason, never remember how to draw deers. Phone, pictures. Where the figs? Where's my art? There it is. And Murder. Where are you? There. I always have to pull up a picture that I drew of Murder before I can actually draw them, I feel. For some reason I can never get them right if I am drawing them from memory. Okay. Like that. Even though it's a kind of a human looking face. Until you add the details. Stay awake fun. Lovely, there we go. That giant eye on the forehead. The ears. And then finally the horns. There we go. I don't care if it doesn't look good. This is a sketch. And then in the sketch, it's attached to a body. Nope, that is supposed to be longer. Buzz, what do you want? Oh, another person live. Shoe phone. Be quiet. Right. But here we have monsters. Kind of like the Burke dragon thingy. I don't know if I'm explaining things. good at all. My brain is not working today. Monsters. But here we have monsters, like the thing where they talk about how some places have mosquitoes as pests, but Burke has dragons. I guess that's kind of the vibe of kind of this thing here. Anyways, I definitely did not draw things small enough to fit on this, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do... How many... Okay, that's supposed to be 8 panels on this one page. No, that's not gonna happen. It's gonna be 4. So that works. And then I've got... Oh, right. I need a... That's another thing I need to do, is I need to draw some concept art for the Vampire Lord. Because he exists. Here. And he's a pretty big villain. So I definitely need to get a good design for him down. I'm not doing that now. Not doing that right now. And this one... Stop banging thingy. I need the paint tool. Like I haven't done this for over a year. There are... I'm drawing a Birdman and I have Sleepy Tea Brain. I feel ya. That's what I feel like right now. My brain is... It is... No, it's not working. We'll see if I can get their ace tonight. I'll be fine. Oh, Melissa's coming, but I guess you're not going to be there. There are 3 classifications. Perceive, beasts, and true monsters. I need to move this text because it is way too cramped. Okie dokie. Drawing main character again, because he gets a lot. He gets used a lot in my drawings. This head shape is so fun to draw. I can't. That's kind of why he's drawn so much, is because of his fun head shape. And then for the beasts, Cheddar is kind of the mascot for the beasts. And there's also the Murdeer as well. But Murdeer is here, so... Cheddar's gonna be here. Why do you keep buzzing, phone? Be quiet. Cheddar. Cheddar, the adorable, adorable, murderous Minotaur. And then I'm just gonna do the exact same thing I have in my sketch. Oh, if I can spell things right. There we go. Sweet. And now I get to move stuff around the page to make it actually look cohesive. Or at least readable. I am going to... Should I move that down? I also just hate that font. Like, really badly. Ew. How do I change the font? Is that a button I press? Nope. Why won't you let me change the font? Oh. Well, that worked. Ooh, I know the font that I like. But there is no search function on this, so I have to go all the way down. Okay, it's not that bad. Where is the font? Where's the font? Oh, before I'm silly me. I forgot the order of the alphabet. Laugh at me. Libre Baskerville. Where is it? Is there none? No, it's not here. Okay, I have to find a different text. Different font then. That's okay. Where is Baskerville? Let's try this. How does... Come on. Save the thingy. Fine, go. Okay, that's not bad. I like that. That's good. Looks fancy. Looks good. And now I just have to move things around to make... I was pressing this button. I need to zoom out. Okay, so... this one needs to be moved. Yeah, that looks better. I feel like this might look better if it's vertical rather than horizontal. That's why I'm trying this out. There we go. This one definitely needs to be bigger so I can see stuff. Okay. And then move it. There we go. And then this one I feel needs to be slightly bigger as well. There we go. Not bad. And then back to this layer to try this again. Why are you buzzing so much, phone? I'm busy. I really hate having notifications on my phone. I know a lot of people like notifications on their phone, but I hate them for some reason. Yeah, I hate them. They bother me. I turn off notifications on almost all my apps. The only ones I have notifications on are like social media, and it's only TikTok and Instagram. Only for those two. I've got my text messages and like my banking apps, but like no, games don't need notifications. I hate getting them and showing people things. Yeah, that makes sense. For video games on like mobile games, I feel like it's so not necessary to have notifications from them. Perceived. It's so unnecessary for mobile games to have notifications. I understand why some things have it, like Duolingo, so you can keep up your streak. I still don't like Duolingo, but it makes sense for them to have notifications, but not like, I don't know, Happy Wheel. Wait, I'm gonna get things mixed up. Angry Birds. That is so opposite from Happy Wheels. But like, Angry Birds doesn't need notifications. Why do you want them? I want that centered. Don't be. I hate Duolingo too. It never worked for me. When I had it, I worked with Busuu and a different one specifically for Japanese. Perceive. But I don't like Duolingo, especially not with their new AI stuff. And even when I was using Duolingo, I didn't like it. I don't like you only have 3 attempts at anything before you can't do any more if you have it for free for a little while, for like a day. It's stupid. You shouldn't have to pay to learn, I feel. I know it's kind of a controversial thing to say, oh, you shouldn't have to pay to learn, but I feel like it's silly. You should have, I think information should be free. Learning should be free, I feel. And it felt like too much, yeah. Duolingo, not my cup of jam. Is that the right? Was it more? Is it my cup of joe? Is that? Yeah, I'm getting phrases mixed up. Lovely. But yeah, Duolingo's not my thing. Busuu, and then there's a Japanese writing app specifically. Cup of tea. Yes, that works so much better. I don't know why my brain isn't. It's not working. I do know why. I can't even finish a full sentence without my brain going, nope, never mind. Goodness gracious. Beasts. I still drew this too big. Gosh dang it. Should I just have... have an idea. What if instead of having this here, I have Murder cover the bottom half of this page. Have the next page start with that. That's probably better. And it's less things I have to draw, so. Murder gets more screen time. Oh wait, that's the wrong layer. Well, I'll fix that in a minute. Go away. Go away. I could just delete the layers. What am I doing? Okay. And then Murder gets to be moved to be more central. And bigger. Yep. And then, am I happy with the layout of this page? It's pretty good, I feel. I think this one needs to be shrinked a little bit. Just so that Murray Deer has more room. Yep, there's that. And then I get to move this text a little bit. Yeah, cool. Okay, and then I'm gonna merge all these down. Should I? Probably not. I'm going to anyways. Oh. Whoops. Don't do that. This button, and where's the button? Merge with layer below. Awesome, I'm moving that layer up. And merge with layer below. So now all the pictures are on this layer. Oh. Yeah, and that'll happen. So do I make a new document for the next page? I've never drawn like a webcomic or anything like that. I probably should have done more research, but I didn't. So I'm just figuring things down. What? I got things and stuff shoved into the same word. That is not the right thing. Not the right thing to say. I am just figuring stuff out on my own. And so I think I'm just gonna... I don't know the most efficient way to get this done. How do most comic artists do it? Okay, Google. Oh, pen, don't roll away. Thank you. Where'd my mouse go? There's the cursor. Okay, to make comics digitally. Google, be helpful. Are you gonna load? Okay. Pairing, organize ideas, Rod, write down. What? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be done talking because it's just everything's getting smashed into one, and it is being lovely. Use major plot points about character motivations, world building, and a best ending of your story. Write the story out in script form before starting your thumbnail pages in order to lay out the dialogue and actions like stage directions. Character design sheets. Design elements, reusable apps. I'm not doing that. Okay, this is the stuff that I need to learn is the panel layout and composition. Time layout, thumbnail mockups of the panel layout for your comic pages. Speech bubbles. I see. Nice settings. Print. Do I have that set up? I don't know about. I don't know. Okay. Gotta collect my thoughts for a second. I will probably print it eventually. So I need to make sure it's in the right format ahead of time. I just need to find the right format. Websites. I will be doing website. Okay. Drawing the pages. Okay. Lettering, sound effects. Those are cool. This is the thingy. Most digital drawing apps like Story Paint let you export your printed wide range of formats, including those if you're about to shoot comic online. Kindle Direct, Global Comics, their own website, file size and format specifications. I should probably look into that sort of stuff. Okay, what is this website thingy? Where'd it go? Global Comics. What is that? Okay. Create, publish unlimited amount of series and books. Lovely. Cool, I guess that's probably where I'm going to be putting mine. Global Comics. You can buy them, or you can just have them be free. I'll just have them be free. Okay, I need to save this before I forget it. Go there. Into a different thingy. Where's there? Do the thingy. It's so slow loading. Okay, go small so I can see the chat. Nope, wrong one. Go over here. And then there's that. And that. Surprised I spelled that right. Ah, figs. I just hit the mic. There we go. That's good. Then I can close that. Yep, okay. Everything has been sorted out. Let's make a new page each time. I feel like that's gonna be annoying. Wait, what does the upload thingy look like for that website? Okay. Let's go I need to log into this thingy. You know what? You're probably just staring at an empty page. I'm gonna switch over to this so you guys can see more stuff. Do the thing. Alright, I did. Keys around this keyboard are way too close together. Yep. Gotta make a new thingy. No, it's this thingy. Sure. Wait, okay. Why? Okay. New for this website. No, this thingy. Come on, do the thingy. And then make a password. And then save that. And do this thingy. Yep. And then that. If I can spell things right. Arcane. Wise. Yep. Awesome. Aha, that's the button to press. Okay. Okay. Lovely. Wait, what's the thingy? What's the name I was gonna use for this? It's camera action, I think? Hang on, I need to check my notes. I cannot keep a straight line of... No. That's still not the right phrase. I cannot stay focused on one train of thought. That is what I'm trying to say. Okay, where is this in my notes? Further down, further down, further down. What? Oh, it's already last year's thingy. Further down, is that right? Yes. Keep going, keep going. Keep going? Right, that's a different thing. Not that, not that. No, not that. Nope, is it still further down? There it is. So, doodle. Monsters. Lights, camera, action. Lights. Can we put a space there? Camera, action. Lovely. It's a comic. It is. I probably should not be doing this on stream, but I'm already doing it, so. Ooh, I think. Would thriller fit the best genre? Maybe horror. What's the difference between horror and thriller? I should probably not be doing this on stream, but here I am. I said I was gonna be working on the comic. I kind of am working on the comic. Not in the way I was expecting myself. What is the difference between thriller and horror? Suspense and excitement. Fear and dread. Okay. Probably thriller then. Okay, so thriller. Oh, themes. Ooh. Okay. And gore. Monsters. Murder. Mystery. Let's see, anything more? Supernatural. There are indeed vampires and zombies, but I can't include that many. Okay, art style. I'm gonna go with the abstract. Audience, teenagers and adults. Graphic violence. Probably just that. Print layout. Great series. Cool. Lovely. Alright, well, I'm gonna go back to working on what I have here, I guess. So I do like how I drew thingy. So if I just duplicate this and erase everything around it, that should be just fine. Yes, I did that right. And then I'm gonna turn off that so I can see what I'm doing. I should make that bigger. Blanket burritos are very great. They're very fun. I love blanket burritos. I haven't really spent a lot of time in them. They seem very nice. Okay. And then come here. Then back in. And then it's on black. Nope. Don't want to erase that. Just gotta go back over these lines. I guess I am kind of starting the publishing of it pretty soon. Sooner than I expected, at least. Gonna come here. Fill some of this white space. Go over it again in black. Do. And then I get some yellow up top. Where's that golden yellow I like? Just like that. And then drop the opacity. And then I can grab that purple. Just to add a little more depth to the shadows. Lovely. And then less opaque. There we go. I need a blanket. Oh, hello, offshore alligators. I can't even. Nope. Wait, nope. You're just a bot. I thought you were a real person. I was sad. I wanted a real person. Oh well. A need for a blanket specifically made for blanket burritoing and has arms in it, so I can keep my arms in a blanket and not open it to use my hands. That is a very great idea. And now I'm thinking about it. Ooh, what's the thingy I'm thinking of? Oh, you can't even see what I'm drawing right now, can you? I forgot about that. You were on the wrong scene. I think there was something called a Snuggie, where it was a blanket, but it had armholes to put your arms through. And I remember we had one. We could try and make it ourselves. Yeah, we could. I think that'd be pretty easy. Anyways, a Snuggie. I think that's what it was called. It was like blanket with armholes, so you could be wrapped up in it, but you could also have your arms out. My mom always gets really cold, so we had one of those. I don't know if we still have it. It was like red. I don't know. It was very fun to have. I'm not on the right layer. That's the right layer, and it's still not erasing this, so. Oh, wait. I closed the wrong thing. Yeah, my mom, we had that. I don't know if we still have it, but I know my mom loved it. She's always cold, so. She has stuff like that. We had stuff like that. And then back over here. There we go. That looks like a good planet, right? Probably. And then a layer underneath it for space and such. Scribble. That's too... Is that too dark? I'm gonna lighten it a bit. Right there. Scribble. I honestly love this style so much. It's very fun. I love drawing in it. I mean, like, I think I developed it. I developed halfway. Wait, no. Thoughts and words. Kind of one of the reasons why I kept drawing it and kept developing it, because it's genuinely me just stimming. So I just big loops and doodles and scribbles, and so I'm just having fun. It's very fun. I like drawing like this, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing it so much. Scribbly doodles. Trying to remember. Oh, I got a bread maker today. So I've been wanting a bread machine so that I can take that with me to college this coming semester. I really want to be sweater weather. I agree. It is so cold in the basement, it practically is already. My hands are very cold. But sweater weather, I do wish it was that already, so I didn't have to be hot all the time in my hoodies. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I've been wanting a bread machine so that I could take it to college and not spend money on bread. And I was going to take the one that we had. That reminds me, I need to sign up for my first semester. Yeah, go do that. Go do that. Go do that now. You could do that while I'm working on this. It's a good thing to do. So we have a bread maker at home. And we didn't really use it. No one in our family really used it. So I was like, hey, can I take this with me? And Mom's like, maybe. And so she was figuring out how to use it because we weren't using it right the first time. Anyway, she figured out how to use it. Now she really is really happy with it. And this morning she was actually looking at other bread machines just to see what was in like my price range, and I was actually looking at them a few days ago too. And then she pulled up the one that I was actually the exact one I was thinking about getting, and she bought it on the spot for me. And then it arrived like 3 hours later, which is crazy how fast the shipping was from Amazon. It was wild. Because she ordered it at like 10 o'clock. It was here by almost 1. It was ridiculous how fast that was. Anyway, so now I've got a bread machine that I'm going to be figuring out how to use soon. So I get to make lots of fun bread. Oh, and I really like how this is looking. It's so pretty. Do we like all the white space around the planet, or should I add more scribbles? Oh, don't do that. Okay. How am I gonna do the text? Because most text is black, but black isn't gonna show up as well on this as like white, so I could probably do white. That'd probably be best. And then it's more like dark mode if you're reading the comic. So I guess more people can see it. White text, I agree. Anyways, I'm just gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna try and... I should merge these down. I'm gonna merge these down, because no, I shouldn't merge that down yet. I can merge this down. I'm just gonna leave it. I think, wait, can I do groups on here? Can I make a group? Oh, I can do a group. And then I put that in the group. And that in the group. And wait, did that work? Wait. Did that work? No. Wait. What happened? Where did that go? Oh dear. Did I just lose a lot of progress? What? Okay. So if I move that into the group, okay, that's fine. Okay. Sweet. And if I come up here, can I change the opacity of the whole group? I can. Perfect. And then I can just close that for now. Bring this back. And then erase this. Go away. Sweet, I'm glad that works. And now I need to make this scene look better. I think I have a picture of what I originally drew it as. I just need to find that. I think I saved it. Maybe it's in here somewhere. It was a while ago that I drew the first version of this comic, so I have no idea where it is. Is it here? It was like in this era of drawings. Yeah, I've drawn creepy things for a long time. It's always been there. Where is that? Okay, I guess I don't have that. Okay. What? Maybe I should look up how to draw fisheye stuff better. Because I feel like it would look pretty cool. Because again, it is from the point of view of a camera. But I think, how do I do that? I think there's something to do with a grid. Thinking about it. I've done a lot of 3D stuff. I know how to draw 3D pretty well. So I can probably figure out how to draw, what's it called? Fisheye on my own. Fisheye style stuff. Fisheye perspective. If I choose like a circle here, find where the camera's pointing, and then have concentric rings. I'm not doing this in the right color, but I don't care. Concentric rings, that is not a good circle. I need to move my mic, it's getting in the way of everything. There's a circle tool I could be using. I should just use that. I need to move that. This is not gonna work. Gotta think. Ow. What is this thingy? Elliptical selection tool. Nope, that's not what I need. I'm just gonna continue with what I've got right now. Horizon line. vanishing point should probably be lower. Yeah, I'm gonna move that lower. Because everything's just weird. Okay, I see what I need to do to make the people look better. Straight up and down. Yeah, no, I don't like that. Maybe I move the vanishing point this way. If I draw it that way, that looks better. Yeah, that looks better. That looks a lot better. And then there's a building here. I should be drawing this in the right color, not the wrong one. Okay. And I should be doing this on the right layer too. Where is my black? There it is. Put that there. New layer. Actually draw this right. And then that goes like that, that goes like that. Maybe I should make this building a touch higher. Oh, that is way too big of a brush. Yep, that looks good. Drop this straight back here. Or I can have another building here. One that's like this height. There we go. It's been a minute since I've actually drawn anything in like 3D. Actually, not really. Well, it has. It's been like since October, I think, that I've actually drawn, since I've actually drawn anything actually 3D. So it's been a while. Sidewalk. Nope. Should I be using a ruler? Perhaps. I don't want to use a ruler. There's a whole ruler tool on this thing now that I remember. There's a whole 3D thingy. I don't even remember how to do that. How did I do that? A couple years ago, we got this tablet several years ago. And a couple years ago, I was in an English class trying my hardest to read Frankenstein. It was so boring. It was the most boring book I had ever read. I acknowledge it was very specifically tailored to Victorian people's fears, not modern day people fears. So I was very bored. It was a very boring horror book for me. But I had such a hard time reading it that I actually listened to the audiobook instead and was drawing. I ended up drawing like Frankenstein. Where is that drawing? Probably on the other computers. Why can't I get that line to look good? Anyways, somehow I was able to use some sort of, what is it called? Perspective tool. There must have been some sort of perspective tool that I don't know where it is now. But it had to have existed at one point. And I can probably find it somewhere. Eventually. That just takes time to find again. But I could be using it now, but I'm not going to. Sidewalk. Road. Wait. I am going to make this look nicer. Go like that. And like that. And like that. Goodness, this line is thick. Okay, there we go. That's neater. Maybe I can find that drawing at some point. I know I had it. I don't remember the login for the computers upstairs, though. That's fine. I can figure that out later. That's a problem for later, Arcane. Problem right now is drawing. That is not... I didn't finish that line. Why didn't I finish that? Okay. Buzz, buzz, fly phone. Why are you buzzing at me? Okay. It's not important enough for me to care. And then I can erase that line. Oh, I'm hungry. I ate. When did I eat? I'm confused now. I ate at some point. The tea did witchcraft to my brain. Did you fall asleep? Or did you just zone out? I ate at some point. What time was that? It was right around noon. Okay. Lovely. Why am I hungry again? Oh, it's been almost 3 hours. That's why I'm hungry again. I need to eat soon. Not yet. I'm like sleepy, but not enough to sleep. Yeah, I get that. I'm guessing you had the sleepy tea that I recommended, the one in the purple tin. That one is really good and also really powerful if you're not careful. I'm gonna come here, turn the opacity down, draw a guide for the doorways. Nope, that is not a straight line. That is a short building. Why is that building so short? I can't draw things in... Oh, well, no, I had the rose hip and hibiscus one. Okay, that one's yummy too. I can not draw things to scale. Guess it made my body relax enough to go, oh, we sick, we sleep. Ah, that's fair. If you're tired, sleep. Do whatever. I will try my best if you fall asleep to not wake you up. Because that would just be mean. Is that seriously how tall the doors are going to be? I guess so. Back to the line art layer. Because I've got... This one's going to have double doors. So, that's... Wow. I can't draw anything to scale. Why can't I draw things to scale well? I probably should figure out more better stuff. It could be that this person's standing on a staircase and everyone else is not. It doesn't matter. I'll just keep drawing. It doesn't have to be perfect. There's that. It's just 1 point perspective. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just a cute little sign hanging on the door. They're open. And then I can probably draw a person up here. We'll do that later. Why am I not zooming in? This would be so much easier if I zoomed in. Why haven't I done that before? Why haven't I done that now? Goodness. My brain is not working with me today. There's that. And then this building. Oh, I talked to my therapist about IFS stuff, found out the one with my negative emotions. Wisp hates the other part of my inner self named her Yoba. Baba is true moments we have her when lost near you. Oh, cool! That makes sense. Oh, figs, I didn't mean to draw on that. I'm glad you found some stuff out. That's important. I am going to add this here. Act like it is a glass door, sliding glass door. And on this side, I'm just going to add windows. Brain things are interesting. They are. Brains are weird and interesting all at the same time. Are most buildings completely made of glass? No. Am I going to add it because I don't feel like drawing more detail? Yes. I don't care. I've drawn enough cities in my time. I don't care. It doesn't have to be super detailed. This is just a preview anyways. A teaser, if you will. Can I draw a person up here? I can probably try. Person. Nope. Parallel. They're sitting up here talking to someone. That is not straight. Who knows? Maybe they're not straight. Oh, I make too many jokes. I want to do my nails so badly, but I just had them done like around a week ago. Yeah, I understand. Wait, do the brush. There we go. If you want to do them, I say. That's all I'm gonna say. Words are too hard. If you want to do your nails, do your nails. Wrong tool. That's the brush. Fair. Yep. Nah, I don't want to drop a person up here. Undo everything I just did. Because there's no need to have a person up there. It looks better if I do, but I don't care. Okie dokie. And now to add the actual people. Which I can delete this layer now. People! I need to draw the actual people. Should probably have them bigger so they cover more things. Bigger person. Wait, no. That's the button. And then move them lower so they're there. Turn off that layer. Oh, that's the wrong layer. I didn't mean to turn off that one. This one. Yeah. Maybe I'll turn off that one too. There, I can see what I'm doing now, finally. Person. Keep bumping my mic. Stay there. I'm gonna draw that out more. My anatomy on drawing people isn't great. But honestly, with the style, I don't feel like it cares very much. It's supposed to look creepy, supposed to look weird. So, it doesn't matter that much. I can still try and draw things better, but there's not really a need. That still looks weird, though. Shoulder going down there. Yes, that looks much better. Still looks weird. Why does it keep looking weird? That look better? Perhaps. Eraser, erase things. And then other shoulder. And that goes away. Lovely. Yeah, that looks good enough for a person. And then if I turn this layer back on, but turn the opacity down, then I can see what I need to erase. Yep. Stuff is stuff. I don't feel like I need to draw things super anatomically correct. I will draw bones correctly, though, because I feel like those are cool. And they need to look like bones to be creepy. Stop buzzing, phone. Bones are good. I love bones. Bones are so fun to draw and so creepy. I want to get actual bones sometimes. I'm going to turn the opacity of this even lower. Lovely. There's a person who is here. They're on the same height as the first person. Shoulders. Nope, that goes like that. Yep. There we go. They're a person who exists. Yep, these two here are just normal NPCs, basically. The NPCs don't get details or colors, really. They just are black and white. Or not really, because they don't really need details, because they're NPCs. And they are there to exist. So they're not going to get detail. There's no need. I don't want to work myself to death with this. Even though at this point I am working very hard. And that line looked weird. Still looks weird. There we go. That looks a bit better, I think. Still not quite. There we go. That looks better. But I need to erase this so it looks like they're looking the right way. Yeah, that looks okay. Good enough. And then this layer goes away. And then I erase this layer. I was trying to give like big city vibes with this kind of drawing, but it doesn't give off big city. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. They just exist in this world. And that's all I'm trying to convey here. And then I come back to this layer, and opacity comes back up all the way. And then I need to erase that. Lovely. Probably can touch up a couple lines from here. Oh, I meant to do another line for that. Turn back on. Okay, that's good. Lovely. And now for the coloring stage. Although I need to fix that line there. Fine. I'm just going to merge these layers down now because there's no point and keep them separate. And the new layer for the coloring. And this is when I regret having... Maybe I should just have gray instead of black for their lights. And then that just kind of shows them as neutral, I guess, so that works. Oh, I don't like how that line is lining up, though. There we go. Why do you keep buzzing, phone? Busy. That's better. Wrong color. And then come here. Much better. Okay, there we go. People. What time is it? How long have we been streaming? Oh, just over an hour. That's nice. Stop moving. I'm probably gonna end this soon because I am not very chatty today. But I think that's fine. Eraser. Back to this. Go back to here. I feel like I should be more chatty, but nah, this is not happening. It's been a long day already. I'm not gonna be chatty. Not gonna be super duper chatty. I guess I'll finish up this panel and probably cut things here. We can probably raid another channel somewhere. Find someone else. It's easier to be chatty when your brain brains. Yep, I agree. My brain is not braining. Not today. Nope. Not doing things today. But it has to. So, I'm gonna turn that off. There we go. Now we can see things better. This music is fun though. I like it. Okay, new layer. Buildings and such. Go for this pretty light blue for the glass building here. And so my kind of idea with this teaser is to kind of like introduce the style and the world and what the heck is going on. Yeah, that's about it. This is what I'm doing here. This is a glass door over here. It's just mostly introduction before I actually dive into this stuff. Because I need to kind of get used to drawing a comic because I've never done it before. So that's also a thing I need to do. It'll help. Nope, not that tool. This one. I'll probably draw on stream a lot of the times, even though people get spoilers. I don't care. If they don't want spoilers, they don't have to watch the stream. But I feel like it's the best way for me to be motivated to actually do it, because otherwise it's probably not going to get done if I don't do it while someone's watching. So. Okay, now that dark color. No, it needs to be darker. Darker. Come on, move the thingy around. There we go. That works. Now it looks like asphalt. And I don't know what I'm going to do about the fonts. I'll figure that out later, I guess. Okay, like a red brick building. Very fun. But yeah, you can see how doing this as a school project kind of would have been a bit too overboard, I felt. So I definitely simplified things, didn't color things as much. But I pretty much did the same thing for that project. I don't know. What project was that? I know it was for my health class. What assignment was that? I know it was to make a comic or something. I don't remember the purpose, but it's kind of evolved into this now. So, it's pretty good. Not that important to know. And then that goes over there. And then I get up around for the door. Plus with this, doing a comic, it'll help me actually develop the style and get better at it. So it'll be really fun. A really fun little thing to do. And then go to this red and scribble. Oh, I need to color this building here. It's gonna be this gray here. Nope, I have to actually grab the brush. Yeah, what I'm doing with this panel is just kind of showing this is a pretty similar world. Not the same, but similar. There's people. They exist. And these are the people that we care about, the warped people. And then I need a blue. Pretty blue. There we go. A little more gray right there, yeah. Did I have, no, I didn't have any clouds in the sketch, so I'm not adding clouds. I don't feel like adding clouds. They could look good. I don't care. There's the sky. simple. And then I grab that, and I can pop into this group and pull the opacity up. And then I'll make another group. Add this to the group. Come on. There we go. And then close that and select the group and move it up. There we go. This is what I've got so far. And then if I just turn off that. Yeah, pretty fun. I kind of like how the panels almost merge together. I think that could be fun. I don't know if I want to continue doing that. Maybe I'll add some actual lines. Yeah, I'm tired. Okay. I need to save this before I forget because it has not been saved. Save. I need my mouse. Where is the mouse? Where's the cursor? Finished art. It's not finished yet though. This. I think, yeah. Okay. Comic teaser page 1. Yep, alright, that's been saved now. And I'm hungry. Yep, I'm gonna eat after this. There we go. Now I just get to things. Close things, close that. Okay, do we want to raid? We can raid, I think. I don't want to raid now that I think about it. Because afterwards, I don't have energy to actually talk in their chat. Like some people I see do. I just want food. So I'm probably gonna just like drop you off. And just leave you. I guess you can find some other person to watch stream. I'm just tired. So, have a good day. Yep, have a nap. I hope you feel better soon. And I think we'll hang out on Thursday. See ya.